my name is Nick and welcome to another episode of the Side Quest. Today's beer is called Tasi by the Guam Brewery. Now this beer is a Pacific Pale Ale brewed with Galaxy hops. It is 5.0% ABV, 3.2 SRMs, and 28 IBUs. On the back on their description it says this beer is brewed with Pilsner and wheat malt, double dry hopped with bright tropical Galaxy hops, and brewed right on here on Guam. Really interesting to see the Guam Brewery kind of branch into different styles. They did a Berliner Weiss, a Pineapple Paradise. They just did that hazy coconut IPA, which was good hazy, okay, no coconut at all. And I don't know, they've just been putting out a bunch of stuff. The Taco Latte, Imperial Porter, the Manhita collab. They've just been putting out some pretty good stuff. And so I recently saw this label on Nico's Instagram and I thought it looked great. I haven't had a pale ale, I think, since maybe that Sierra Nevada, my very first BrewQuest beer, which was at this point almost 2 years ago, I think. I don't really drink a lot of pale ales, kind of like drop in between the IPAs. Yeah, just mainly IPAs as far as pale ales are concerned. I think I do drink pale ales, but I don't film it for this channel. I know there's sometimes, at least back in San Diego, they would put a pale ale in like those variety packs, I guess, like the 24, like, you know, try it out packs. And I don't think I've ever recorded one outside. I gotta double check. To be honest, it's been a while and it's been a lot of beer. So, but the one I really remember is Sierra Nevada's pale ale, because that was great. That was actually a really good beer, and I should get some more of that too. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how this goes. I'm not really familiar with Galaxy hops, but it sounds tasty. If it's very tropical notes. So let's pour this out and drink it up, and I'll be right back after this pour. Take a look at this beer. So as you can see, the head's pretty much gone, but it's not a bad thing. It was a lot at the beginning, and it's just kind of dissipated over time. It's been about maybe 2 minutes, so that's kind of what I expected, especially in this glass. Putting it up to the light, it's very clear. Actually, I can see right through it. Very nice, like straw yellow color, which is why it's pale. And you can see the carbonation coming up. See bubbles rising. So not bad. Alright, let's put a nose on it. Not bad of an aroma. I'm not really getting anything crazy, no crazy notes coming out of it. The Galaxy hops, I guess this is what they smell like. It's slightly tropical, maybe slightly tropical fruit, maybe like papaya. Definitely not as much as the Manhita they did. And that had a great tropical notes. This one is just very subtle, a little bit more muted. Not too bad. I don't get anything on the malty end of it either. It's not sure if it's just because the hops are sort of overpowering it, but yeah, I'm getting more of the hops than anything else. But enough smelling it, let's taste it. Cheers. This was a lot better than I expected, but let's just kind of go over some of the basic things first. A great mouthfeel on the first and second sips, like kind of just glides across your tongue. Carbonation's fine. Medium, actually no, probably that medium thin, I would think. It wasn't like drinking water. It's a little more, it was a little thicker than that, but not that much. The primary thing that hits me is the bitterness. It's like slightly bitter, not crazy like an IPA, but the hop presence makes itself known, and you kind of get like this like sort of a bitter aftertaste as well. Nothing changed, at least for me. It wasn't like tropical, it wasn't hops, not hops, but it wasn't like a tropical fruit thing. When you drink it, it's just all straight hops. And then at the finish, there's this nice maltiness to it, so not that bad. I think it's a Pilsner malt and wheat malt, so I kind of get that. It's not strong, definitely not as strong as the bitterness from the hops. So the thing that kind of like surprised me about this beer is that it's very light and crisp, and I don't know if the term is bright. But the first thing I drank, like, you know, it's a little bit late here. It's kind of late in the evening. But I first drank it, like, kind of like perked up a bit. Like, I drank it, and it was I guess because the temperature is cold, so it was kind of refreshing. And then it's very clean, and it just kind of like perks you up pretty good. I can see how this would be a really good beer when it's hot, especially like ice cold, and you drink it like on a hot day, like at the beach or something. I can see why this would be a favorite of mine. It just kind of like makes you feel, it kind of perks you up, man, and brightens you up a bit. And that's something great in a beer. And the only downside for me is the bitterness. Like I think the IBUs on this was 28, but it's a little on the high end for me. I think it's probably on par with the Sierra Nevada, to be honest. But like I said, I'm I'm adverse to bitterness in my beers, which is why I don't really drink a lot of pale ales or IPAs. But honestly, I can probably drink a lot of this, like especially for just hanging out, because the bright quality, the clean crispness of this beer will make me forget about the bitterness, or at least allow me to push it aside, I should say. But yeah, overall, a great beer, Tasi Pacific Pale Ale. Man, you know what? I only bought, I think, one 12-ounce can. I'm probably gonna have to get like a 6-pack for the next day. If you're on Guam, you can probably find this at your local. I think 76 is carrying it. So is Payless Superstore, Payless Supermarkets. So you can probably find it everywhere around. I'm not too sure if like the Foodies has it. I'm not too sure. But yeah, you can find these beers, and this is not that old, canned on 8/24/21. So it's about 2 months, and it still tastes really good. So if you're in the area, if you're on Guam and you're looking for a very crisp, light, and refreshing beer, get a 6-pack of Tasi Pacific Pale Ale, because I'm going to be getting one. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like down below, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. This tastes awesome for a pale ale.